No excuses, no explanation. You do not win on emotion. You win on execution. Hello, Asia! And hello, CEO. Happy Friday. Please send hello, CEO, in our comment section and even in our Zoom chat box. There you have it. Okay. All right. A pleasant Friday morning, my fellow CEOs. My name is Love Ravina, the Talent Engagement and Development Program Head of Ripple Kids Educational Services Incorporated. And yes, you guessed it right. I will be your host once again in our POS. So, happy POS Day, everybody! So please send happy POS Day in our comment section. There you have it. Thank you so much. Okay, may ano pa ba? Nasapangs pa ba sa CEO Summit? I don't know about you. But yes, you will be with me once again in this month for our Principles of Scaling. So welcome everybody. And if you have been joining us in our POS, you know why we do this every single week. Because we want to install DNA principles that scale organizations. And one goal lang talaga for our POS, and that's for everybody joining us and watching our POS to get at least one key takeaway that you can immediately apply in your organization. Okay, so please, ready your notes, your pens, and whatever that you'll be using for the session, and just have that one key takeaway. Ayun! So if you are excited, like me, for another season, nakita ko sa video, we're now on season 11. So please type season 11 in our comment section. Grabe. 11th session of our POS. Woo, amazing! And of course, every month, you know naman, we have our theme. And for this month, our theme is execution. Our focus is on being methodical. So what is methodical? That's manifesting an insatiable drive to be better. And 3 indicators, behavioral indicators, how to know we are being methodical. We obsess in performance, we immerse in details, and we live in ideas. So please comment methodical in our comment section. If you are ready to know our topics for the entire month of November. For November, we have 4 weeks, and every week we have different topics. First week, that's actually today, happening now. Our topic is GTD, or Getting Things Done Structural. Week number 2, GTD Sanity. Week number 3, GTD Sustainable. And week number 4, GTD Suggestions. Oh, looking at the topics on fire na. How much more later when our faculty will be starting his discussion. But before that, let me share first a few announcements for everybody. So, last week, was it last week? Parang nakalimutan ko na. Anyway, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, our CEO Summit, first ever CEO Summit, was actually on fire. So for everybody who are not able to join us, our summit last week, we had 4 sessions with a total of 9 faculties. At hindi lang natapos sa one day because we had, after the summit pa, it's a no-hold-bar session with Sir Fa and Sir BK Rivera. And we were just, throwing questions for our organization, asking a lot of questions. Now, for us to, have a feels one more time of what happened last summit, let us all watch this video.
Hello, Asia!
Hello, CEO!
Hello, CEO!
Hello, Asia!
putting operational excellence at heart. Bibihira ka makakita ng mga ganung tao.
When you rest the struggling people, you can diminish their capability by weakening their ability to think for themselves, to learn how to spot problems and recover from them. Tama.
Simple, number one, hindi ako marunong mag-edit. No? So, kailangan kumuha ng graphic artist.
Siya, diba? Ako hindi ako yung mahawak sa kanya. Ba't yung mahawak siya?
There you have it! That was CEO Summit 2022! Now, my question to everybody, gusto nyo ba ng CEO Summit 2023? Sige nga, let me know in the comment section kung gusto nyo ng CEO Summit 2023. Yes! Yes! Of course! So, we will be having, of course, our CEO Summit 2023, and it is now open for registration. Let's go! Happening on October 27, 2023 at Novotel, Manila. Our CEO Summit 2023 is open for registration, and please take note po for our CEO Summit alumni, yung nakasali na sa 2022 last week. Our registration fee is 9,000, and that's only valid until November 11 next week. However, we also have our early bird rate, that's 13,000 pesos, and our regular rate is 18,000 pesos. So you will see our operator is now sending the registration form. So please save that form and register as early as now. Again, we will be having CEO Summit 2023 on November 27, 2023. So see you there, CEOs. Now, this time, let's head on to our next announcement. Okay, circle meetings are back. Ayun. So, please take note po, we already have 40 plus CEO executive circle members unlocked with more than 30 companies and brands. And we have multiple circle meetings happening from different circle multipliers for men, women, and even couples. Our meetings are happening every weekday. So if you want to become an executive member of CEOInsight Asia, please check the sign-up link that will be sent by our operator. So please type circle meetings in the chat if you're excited for the circle meetings next week. And of course, in line with our circle meetings, we actually have our organizational DNA design workshop with Sir Fa this November 24, 2022 from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. And our registration rate, or our rate for this, is actually 50,000 pesos inclusive, please take note, inclusive of 1 year executive membership and 1 executive pass for the CEO Summit 2023. Isn't that amazing? So please type or send org DNA in the comment section. All right. Thank you so much. There you have it. So please take note also po that for our org DNA workshop, limited slots only. So please contact either Miss Chris or Sir Fa if you want to join the org DNA workshop. Okay, there you have it. Announcements pa lang, on fire na. How much more our faculty discussion. So let's now dive into our faculty session or discussion again. For this week, we are going to talk about getting things done in structure, focusing on structure. And allow me to introduce our faculty. He is the man who iconized the black suit and the red tie. Words to describe him: investor, daddy, husband. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all welcome Mr. Florentino A. Hernando. Sir Fa, please take it away.
All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Good morning. Thank you, love. Grabe. Grabe talaga. Hello, Asia. Pakichat naman ang sagot. Ayan. Gusto nating makita sa chat box at sa comment section. Maraming salamat sa ating 10 million at 20 plus million na nanonood sa Facebook ngayon. Excited na ba kayo? New series, new season. And we're going to talk about one of my favorite topics, which is execution. Ayan, di ba? So, alam nyo na, excuse me, may ano pa tayo, may hangover pa tayo ng ating CEOInsight Asia Summit. So, formally introducing myself, my name is Fa. I'm one of the founders and the executive advisor of CEOInsight Asia. And our purpose here in this ecosystem is infusing ideas that build lasting companies. Grabe, whirlwind tong week na to. I've been to the north, to the south, kulang na lang east and west. Ayan, paikot-ikot tayo. So, why am I doing this? Why are we doing this every Friday? Because we want to learn how to build our companies into something that will last. And siguro in the following weeks, I will be talking about why it matters. We had a power session last Wednesday sa Sellers Hub, and finally we were able to fully understand why we need to build companies that last. So as mentioned, all over the place ako, no? Grabe, Friday CEO Summit. Sino may hangover pa rito? Please type hangover. Kung kayo ay may hangover pa ng summit natin. Dami kong na-meet doon, dami ko nagpa-picture, ang dami nating nakasama. Grabe si BK, nawala na talaga ako ng trabaho. Talagang lupet ni BK. Massive improvement. Anyway, so I was summit Friday, may after the summit Saturday, and then Tuesday, November 1, bumisita tayo sa Comizen, nag-power session tayo ron. And then Wednesday, nasa Sellers Hub tayo. Sobrang daming aktibidades. Halos maubos ang buhok ko sa mga nangyayari. Buti na lang, meron tayong Comi. May plug pala, may Comi hair. Diba? Ano tawag dito? Hair growth solution. Ayan. Available sa Shopee and Lazada. Sorry na, joke lang. I have to do that, all right? I just love plugging mga products natin. Ayan. So, okay, wala na akong utang kila Eman at kay Tina. So, another plug na lang. I'm here in my office. I'm still in Manila. Nandito tayo sa Loud Crowd, dito sa may BF Parañaque, which is owned by Eric Fabian. Diyos ko, ilang milyon ang nangyari dito because of this place. Kaya I love being here. Thank you, Eric, Loud Crowd, BF Parañaque. Kaibigan also natin yan from Victory Parañaque. So shout out sa mga nanonood sa atin dyan. Alright, moving on. Okay, excited na ako. Agendas. Pag-uusapan natin ngayon, conversation starter. Then we'll do a case study, NBA, dahil start na ang season. Okay, and then we'll talk about DNA. You've heard about the workshop. Masihimayin natin ngayon. Bakit ba natin kailangan mag-workshop in the org DNA? Why do we need to establish our DNA? What it is in? Well, the chasm. Ayan, ano ba ang gap between what we want to accomplish as well as kung asan tayo ngayon? Why it matters? And then we'll get practical. So if you are ready, Alam nyo na ang gagawin nyo. Please type good morning and then your company name. Represent para ma-shoutout naman natin kayo. Ayan. So, tignan natin kung sino mga nandito. Good morning from Sam Enterprises, Arkesi, Emen, Starnet, Comizen, Sellers Hub, of course. Diba? Escasi Boys, nandito yan. Yan sa chat. CMDC. This is Clarine, Marketing, Digital. Yan. Good morning, good morning. Oops, meron na namang gumalaw ng aking or naglolo ko ang aking clicker. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Right. From Unlock Strengths, Coach Ron. Namit ko si Coach Ron. Grabe, galing mag-interview kay Steve C. F Jam kay Rafael. At Metari si Mark. Nandito si Mark. Alright. So, conversation starter na tayo. May I call the CEO of Sam Enterprises, si Jabs to answer this question. What is your personal definition of Ford DNA? Lord Sir, sir.
Morning, sir. Morning po.
Good morning.
Ano ba? Personal. Sama ko na yung personal experience, sir. Masakit sa ulo talaga pag-create, sir. Masakit sa ulo. Pero I think once ma-create yung org DNA, ito talaga, this will serve as yung parang foundation. So, ito yung mag-start. If meron ito, I believe, ang dali talaga magtrabaho. And then, siguro, having DNA, siguro it's not enough. Kailangan, it should be, paano ba yun? Strong and alive, parang ganun.
Yeah.
Kasi pagka, I think pag strong and alive, urban term mo, sir, parang pulsating.
Pulsating, yes.
Yan, we don't, parang as a company, we don't entertain things that go against the DNA or purpose. Kaya mas mabilis yung galawan. Ayan. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you, Jobs. Shout out kay Ruel and kay Mel. They were there, CEO Summit. Ayan, sige. Thank you, Jobs. Grabe, ang ganda nung sinabi mo kasi parang binasa mo yung aking deck, di ba? Sige, we'll talk about that later. But for now, let's do a quick case study. Okay, case study muna tayo, NBA, sa mga nanonood ng basketball, mahilig sa basketball, please type NBA. Ayan. Right. So, you know this story. If you've attended my workshop, it's worth repeating. All right. So, back in 2019, the Golden State Warriors are back in the finals for the 5th time in 5 years. And prior to that, back-to-back champions sila. So, they have Kevin Durant in the roster. They have Steph Curry. They have Klay Thompson. They have Andre Iguodala. And si Draymond Green. And then, ang kalaban nila sa finals in 2019 was the first-timer sa finals, which is the Toronto Raptors. Tapos ang star player pa nila, si Kawhi Leonard, who was a recent acquisition, and they came from recent acquisition, he came from an injury. So looking at it before the event, before the finals matchup, kung titignan natin, yamadong-yamado ang Golden State. Nasa kanila si Steph Curry. Nasa kanila ang pinakamahusay na player at the time, which is Kevin Durant. You know, and they were battle-tested kasi 5 years na silang nasa finals. Diba? Every year, lagi may finals appearance sila. Tapos yung kalaban nila, Toronto Raptors, first time in the finals, yung recent, yung superstar nila, recent acquisition pa. At the same time, galing pa sa injury. So kung titingnan natin, kung pupusta tayo, hindi ako nagsusugal, pero kung pupusta tayo, doon tayo sa battle-tested na. But we all know what happened, di ba? Kasi there's only one problem that Golden State were facing. Their team were laden with injury. Injured si Kevin Durant, injured si Klay Thompson, yung superstar nila. And we all know what happened after 24 years in the NBA, the Toronto Raptors clutched the first NBA trophy in their franchise. And here's the principle na gusto kong i-take home nyo. Right? A team cannot operate fully, let alone win, unless it is healthy. Right? It's worth repeating. A team cannot operate fully, let alone win, unless it is healthy. Kahit papunuin natin ng superstar yung isang team, kunin natin yung pinakamagagaling na coach them, get the best strategists to come up with plays, pag-practicein natin sa pinakamagagandang facility, and pay them lots of money, at the end of the day, it's all for nothing if the team is too sick to play. So the sports world gets this. Gets to ng mga sports world. Kaya may tinatawag na load management eh. Hindi nila masyadong dinadagdagan ng load yung mga star player nila. Inaalagaan nila. They prioritize the health of their players. They prioritize the health of their stars. The sports world get this. They're paying millions to make sure that their stars are healthy. In the corporate world, that's a different conversation. So much time and money and energy are being spent in corporate strategy and profitability. You hire people, you hire consultants, you hire advisors to come up with how to make the company profitable, and less about making sure that the company is healthy. Yes? Please type yes I if you can still follow. Ayan. Tapos if you're in Facebook, pa-heart react naman at share natin para marami-rami tayong ma-reach nitong pinaggagawa natin every Friday. All right. So how does a company become healthy? Diba? An organization is healthy if it has a pulsating and vibrant organizational DNA. So ngayon, we will park muna. Paano natin, bago natin ituloy ito, park muna natin yung DNA. Pag-usapan muna natin, ano ba itong DNA? Diba? Para may understanding tayo. Okay, so DNA as in DNA is what the scientists call the building blocks of life. Right? So, listen, every species is just 2 generations away from extinction. Meaning, may extinct na tayong lahat ng race, lahat ng species. So, for a species to survive, it must be able to grow and multiply. Kailangan mag-procreate. So, having sex, procreating, is not only a feel-good strategy. We don't do it simply because we feel good. We do it because it's a survival strategy. Kailangan maipasa natin yung genes natin, yung mga DNA natin sa susunod na generation para hindi tayo ma-extinct. Yes? Yes, I. Please type yes, I if you can relate with me. Ayan. So it's a survival strategy to grow and procreate and multiply. And for an organism to grow and multiply, they must share the same DNA. That's why crossbreeding rarely works, if ever. Di ba? You get a mutant. Di ba? Pag kinross mo ang aso at pusa, you don't get anything. Bakit? Because they don't share the same DNA, nire-reject yung kanilang, nagka-clash yung kanilang DNA, nire-reject ng katawan. Yan. Now, it goes the same with organizations. For an organization, for an enterprise to be able to grow and multiply, the people inside the organization must share the same DNA. Yes? Yes, I! Para naman may engagement tayo. Diba? They must share the same DNA. So it's very important na mag-grasp natin yung konsepto na yon. Alright? So how do you know if an organization is healthy? They are triple A'd on the organizational DNA. Meaning, they are in alignment of the DNA. Iisa ang DNA nila. Second, they are in agreement. Now, bakit importante ang alignment? Because without alignment, execution won't happen. Mahirap pag misaligned, north and south, walang mangyayari ron. And ang topic natin ngayon is all about execution. So medyo mabigat itong latter part na to. Ini-introduce lang natin muna ngayon. Alright? Para medyo light. Okay, so dapat align para ma-execute ang isang bagay. Now, without agreement, alignment doesn't matter. Kahit pa ilang beses tayong mag-align, kung hindi naman tayo nag-agree na ganito ang gagawin natin, wala rin, di ba? Naglolokon lang tayo nun. So, ang ayaw natin is, in business, the life cycle of business is not always up. There are many times we are down. And when we are down at walang agreement, nagkakaroon ng sisihan. Ikaw kasi ganito, kasi ganyan. Di ba? Kasi walang agreement. Right? So, it's very important that there's triple A on the DNA. The last but not the least is accountability. From the root word count, may bilangan tayo. Without accountability, nothing else matters. Kahit pa ilang beses tayong mag-align, kahit pa mag-agree tayo, Kung hindi naman tayo nagbibilangan, we don't hold ourselves accountable. Ito yung leadership talk natin sa Seller Sub. Before we hold others accountable, we must first be masters of holding ourselves accountable. Okay? Meaning, pag may sinabi tayo, we hold ourselves accountable, gagawin natin yun. Kahit hindi nila gawin yung their end of the bargain. Because we hold ourselves accountable. That is our right to make sure that we're holding others accountable. Yes, tama ayan, yung mga comment na yan, di ba? So, it's very important na may AAA, nag-align sa DNA, nag-agree sa DNA, at nagbibilangan sa DNA. Yes? Alright. So, let's define, before we define kung ano yung DNA, let's define what it is not first. Okay? What it is not. Ano ba tong DNA? Pag-usapan natin mamaya, but for right now, what it is not. Number one, it is not simply a statement. Okay? Kasi baka we use statements for sure, but hindi yun ang DNA. Kasi sabi nga ni Jobs, kailangan ng DNA, hindi lang nakapaskil sa wall, mission, vision, purpose, core values. Kasi yun, it's a statement. A statement is a stagnant document. A DNA serves as a guide of what we do inside our organizations. Yun ay buhay. Ibig sabihin, yun ang nagsisilbing ilaw natin, di ba? Beacon! Yan ang beacon of light. Pagka naliligaw tayo at hindi natin alam kung gagawin, titingin tayo sa DNA at yun ang magbibigay sa atin ng steps on what to do. If it's a statement, nasa wall lang yan, nakaplaster lang yan, para lang masabi natin na may statement, may DNA kami. Wala yun. Joke time yun. It's a statement. Okay? So it's not a statement. Second, it is not simply copied. Okay, paulit-ulit natin sasabihin to. It is not simply copied. Kasi yung DNA ko, iba sa DNA ni Chris, iba sa DNA ni Jobs, iba sa DNA ni Darwin. Diba? Iba-iba ang DNA natin. Right? So I had this session sa Comizen. Ayan, di ba? Last Monday, Halloween Nung dumating ako ron, tinanong ko ni Emma, sir, anong costume nyo? Ito na costume ko. Di ba? Halloween party. So we were there and si Beauty ko, PA, si Wen and si Shelo were there too. We did a whiteboard session. And isa sa phantom costume, yes. Isa sa natanong sa akin ni Shelo, sabi niya, sir, yung paggawa mo ba ng DNA, is that really kung sino ako or you simply just have a statement? Sabi ko, no. My job as executive advisor is to help you become the best CEO that you can be. That phrase, hindi ko sinabing my job as executive advisor is to make you like BK Rivera or make you like Eman or make you like Tina or make you like Chris. No. My job is to make you the best CEO that you can be. It means that for me to be able to do that, I need to know who you are. That's DNA. Yes, please type yes, if you are with me. So ganon, we have to be able to identify who we are, and then from there, we multiply that. Ngayon, when we look at, for example, si Idol, si Arise, working sa kanila, gunin ko rin. Hindi, kasi sila yun eh. Si PK yun, si Eman yun eh. Si Frank yun eh. Iba si Frank sa atin. Iba ako sa inyo. You have your own DNA. And what we need is to identify that and multiply that. So far, so good. So please type so good if you're with me. Ayan. Walang nagchat-chat. Ang susuplado nyo naman. Diba? Ayan. Ayun! Diba? Hi Frank! Good afternoon. Good morning. Ayan. Okay. So, sabi ni I remember this story in the NBA, si Kobe Bryant went into the floor and he was wearing Michael Jordan's shoes. And then they were a matchup. First time nila nag-matchup, sabi ni Jordan sa kanya, you can wear the shoes but you can never feel them. Diba? We can wear that. We can put Idol, we can have like the 3 R's of facts, diba? We can do the fire of MN Starnet, but we can never feel them. Why? Because that's not who we are. Right? So we have to understand who we are first. Okay? Kasi iba yung capability natin versus capability ni Frank, ni RD, iba-iba yan. Yes? So that's the second one. We can't copy a DNA. We can use that as an inspiration, but we can never copy-paste that. Right? Next is, it is not everything that you need. I love it that sinabi ni Jobs yon. Kasi hindi ito silver bullet. Meaning na Okay, may DNA na ako, I will be successful. No, just because you have a DNA does not automatically make you a successful enterprise. But you cannot be a great enterprise without a shared DNA. Okay, you need to learn how to do sales. Yan, yung TikTok, Facebook ads, Lazada training. Importante yan. But hindi yan lahat. Yung principles of scaling, importante ito. Pero hindi ito lahat. Okay? You need to also learn how to do marketing. You need to also learn how to do finances na mantinik ni Ses, na mag-uusap kami ni Ses. Grabe, galing ng financial model ng Seller Sub. Ayan, so dikit kayo kay Ses. Importante ito pero hindi ito lahat. Yan, sabi nga ng comment natin dito sa Zoom meeting. Alright, so it's not everything that you need. It is the foundation, but it is not everything. Yes? Alright, so let's talk now about organizational DNA. Ano ba to? Diba? Ano ba tong org DNA na to? Puro org DNA na lang. Okay? So this is it. Org DNA is a set of convictions, okay, deeply shared by certain collection of people. Please type conviction. Very important to. Okay? It is not simply a set of ideas. It is conviction. When I was doing this, sabi ko, hindi ito belief eh. It is a conviction. When we say conviction, convinced tayo to the core of our being na talagang papaputol ko yung daliri ko dahil naniniwala ako na totoo ito. Okay? Hindi lang to, oy maganda siya. Oy okay siya, ang ganda pakinggan. It is we are really convinced. It's not simply a belief system. Uy, naniniwala siya, no? But conviction is you're willing to sacrifice for what you believe in. You know, you want to know what if a person has conviction about something, you look at the 3 C's. Yung cash. Saan ba? Ginagastosan niya ba yung pinaniniwalaan niya? Okay? You talk about their calendar. Ini-schedule niya ba yung pinaniniwalaan niya? And then the third one is conversation. Pinag-uusapan niya madalas yung pinaniniwalaan niya. Because here we believe in circles, and then when we decided to make it exclusive, may mga nawala, di ba? Kasi they don't really maybe they believe it for sure, but not at the level of conviction. Na I believe this is important, I'm willing to pay for it. Yes? So if we believe in the DNA, we're willing to pay for it. If we believe in the DNA, we are willing to schedule time. Diba? Pag importante, ini-schedule. Diba? So sa summit, we were able to block that time because we believe in its value. We believe in its important. Second, it is shared. Ibig sabihin yung deep level of conviction ko, ganun din kalalim si BK, ganun din kalalim si Eman, dun sa pinaniniwalaan ko. So far, so good. Excuse me. Please type so good if you're with me. Ayan. Para naman alam ko medyo na-hype na ako eh. So good. Yan. Diba? So good, so clean. Wala namang so clean. Diba? Wala namang so good lang. Ayan. So it is deeply shared. Ibig sabihin, the purpose of CEOInsight is infusing ideas that build lasting companies. And how deep our conviction will be determined by our conversation, our cash, and our calendar. So dapat sa lahat ng organization, look at your team. Ganun ba talaga kalalim yung kanilang paniniwala sa mission ng organization nyo? Or that they're willing to sacrifice for it? That's DNA. Right? Okay, so it is a composed of 6 interdependent building blocks that all begin with letter P. So 6 P's ito: purpose, progress metrics, process, positions, people, and priority. Read my book notes, nandito yan. Alam nyo na yan. Yung sa mga client partner natin, alam nyo na yan. But and we cannot discuss everything in one POS. Hindi to nakukuha ng isang upuan, but at least may overview kayo. Right? Just watch it again na lang as we go along. But my point is, when we say interdependent, hindi mo pwedeng itong people kukunin ko kay ganito, itong priority kukunin ko kay ganito, tas ko ayun na hindi DNA. No, it is an interdependent. Hindi siya, it's a system. I remember si Mark of Metari came to me after the summit session namin, whiteboard. Lumapit siya sa akin, sir, paano ba gumawa ng performance scorecard? Sabi ko, magsasalita pala ako, sumagot na si Ronnie of Escasi, sabi niya, Hindi kasi pwedeng gumawa ka ng scorecard. Kailangan maintindihan muna ni pa yung purpose mo at saka yung ganito and so on. Kasi yun yung basis, yun yung foundation eh. So sabi ko, oh, I can give you the tool, but hindi ko hindi siya chapsuy. It's a system. It's an interdependent system that you are going to build. So, ganun siya, no? So it's a 6 piece. Okay, so let me share why this is important, right? This is the chasm, okay? Pivot muna tayo a bit. Why is shared DNA important? There's a chasm, okay? So you're all entrepreneurs, you're all leaders, you're all business people, and you have a dream, you have a vision. Okay? Meron tayong gustong mangyari. And sooner or later, itong vision na to, we're go-getters. We make things done, come hell or high water. We're eager to make that vision a reality. May pangarap tayo, may dream tayo. Yung mga walang pangarap, yung mga walang dream, wala rito yun. Kaya nga kayo nandito eh. Diba? Kasi you want to learn how to accomplish what your dream is for your company. And then you eventually realize, uy, dumadami yung mga nanonood. Sige, good job yan. Share lang ng share. Okay? The more you pursue your vision, the more you realize, kulang pala ako. Diba? I will never be good enough. No, kulang pala ako. May mga skill set pala ako at may mga capability pala ako na kailangan mahiram ko from others so that I can accomplish the mission. There is a gap or a chasm now. So I need people. Now, for me to have a team, paano ko sila may invite sa aking team, no? So I can do three things. The first one, I can command. Like, utusan ko yung mga tao. Tutukan ko ng baril. Oy, ito yung pangarap ko. Sumunod ka sa akin. Hindi, babarilin kita. We can command. Okay? And that's fast. It works, ha? Diba? Bigay mo sa akin yung wallet mo. Diba? Susunod tayo. Diba? But it's faster, but it only works so long as nakatutok yung baril. At may bala yung baril. Diba? The moment na tanggalin natin yun, hindi na susunod yung mga tao. So that's fast. It works, but it's not sustainable. So that's the first one. The second is what you call compensate. At ito yung usual ginagawa natin. Please type compensate. Yan. Compensate is babayaran. Okay, ito yung pangarap ko. Kailangan ko ng skill set na ganito. Bayaran na lang kita. Tulungan mo akong ma-accomplish yung vision ko. Yes, most business owners, that's what we do. But we compensate. Obviously, compensation will beat command. Diba? Mas bayaran mo na lang ako, mas marami tayong makukuha if I'm being paid to do something compared to tinutukan ako ng barel. Okay? So it's faster also, but it's hard to sustain as well kasi compensation to eh. They will the people will keep working for us so long as may nababayad. Okay? Pag wala nang bayad, wala nang compensation, tapos na tayo. It's transactional. Okay? Now it works. I'm not saying it's not working. It works, sure. There's a third kind of what do you call this? Not a strategy, but a path that you can do to achieve your vision. It's called collaborate. And collaboration means you look or you attract partners and associates. That's why I call my teammates associates. We are partners. That's why I'm a strategic partner. I'm not a consultant. Because consultant you pay and you just ask. A strategic partner is someone, or when you're collaborating, you share the same DNA. You are both pursuing the same thing. You want the same thing. Parehas kayo. So with that, when you attract people who are deeply convicted and are deeply wanting to accomplish what you want to accomplish, nawawala na yung supervision. Yes, di ba? Kasi they are now co-laborer, di ba? Co-laborator. You both are now laboring together to pursue your vision. It's no longer your vision. It's our vision. And when two of you share the same vision, same purpose, same DNA, trust now exists. Bakit? Kasi alam mo na dahil gusto niya yung vision, parehas kayo ng gustong mangyari, pangarap niya rin yun, hindi, alam mo, wala tong gagawin. Nasasabotahin ka. Kasi pangarap niya yun eh. And vice versa. Siya rin, alam mo yun, wala siyang iisipin na, siguro, aaswangin ako nito pag nakatalikod na ako. Wala nang ganun. Bakit? Pangarap niyo yun eh. You share the same DNA. Trust now exists in a relationship. And without trust, nothing works. You know? So it's very important that trust inside a team, no matter how big or no matter how small, two people requires trust. Diba? Mag-asawa requires trust. Diba? Mag-partners in business requires trust. Because you share the same desire, the same vision. Now, the challenge, obviously, going back, compensation. Compensation beats command, collaboration beats compensation. And in collaboration, here's the challenge. You don't find people, they find you. They get attracted to what you want to do. Because yan yung mga magagaling eh. Yung mga magagaling, naghahanap yan ng mga, ano bang kailangan, sino bang pwede kong makasama rito? And then you begin to attract them. Doon ka rin papunta? Sa CEO Summit ka rin papunta? Sabay na tayo, doon ako papunta eh. Well, you share the same DNA. Now look at your organization. Well, I'm talking to you, CEO. Are you in the command? Be honest, you don't have to chat it down. But you know, when you're alone, just think, am I commanding my people? Am I compensating them? Am I really confident na pag hindi na ako nagbayad dito, they will still do what they're supposed to do? Or am I collaborating na alam nila na mayroong patutunguhan to? Maybe sacrifice. And when you're collaborating, walang sacrifice. Kasi walang sakripisyo pagdating sa dream eh. Hindi yun sakripisyo eh. It's part of the job. Yes? Pag kasi namin, mag-sacrifice tayo para sa company. Ibig sabihin, hindi ko talaga gusto to, so magsasacrifice ako. Pero if you love the dream, walang sacrifice. It's just one of the many things I need to do to accomplish a dream. Yes, Yes? Andiyan pa ba? Ayan, medyo nagkaroon ng problema yung aking Facebook, kaya hindi ko na makita kung ano nangyayari. Andito pa ako, no? Ayan. Sige, check ko lang uli para alam kung live pa ako. Alright. So there's trust exists. Okay. So put simply, trust shows up when two or more people have and are personally, keyword is personally, driven to accomplish the same goal. The keyword here is personally. Please type personally if you are still with me. Ayan, para alam kong nandiyan pa kayo, baka nagsasalita na ako, wala na pala ako. Diba? Nagka-problema yung internet ko daw. Ayan, ano nangyayari? Okay, so, org DNA is the most powerful performance accelerator of any organization. It not only lubricates, lubricates and thus minimize the friction. Because when you're in high speed, nagkakaroon ng friction pag mabilis, di ba? But because there's the org DNA, you share the same DNA, it minimizes the friction. Thus, it accelerates the performance of an organization. Hence, org DNA is the most powerful performance accelerator. Smooth is fast. Please type it down. Smooth is fast. Yan. Okay. So, mabilisan na tayo and then we'll get practical. Why org DNA matters? Tatlo lang yan. Number one, when you share the org DNA, you are a high trust organization. Ba? Because wala, masarap matulog. At ito ang gusto, smooth is fast. Ayan! Di ba? Pagka high trust organization, gusto to ng mga CEO. Sarap matulog sa gabi pag may tiwala ka, kumpiyansa ka, walang problema. Di ba? Because, alam nila kung anong gagawin nila. Wala silang gagawin para sabotahin to kasi they'll figure it out. Bakit? Pangarap nila to eh. Diba? Hindi ko na sila kailangang utusan. Diba? There's no more supervision. Yung energy natin to supervise is now spent to strategize together. Hindi ko na kailangang pulisin. Bakit? Pangarap natin to eh. At hindi natin ini-instill yun. Ito yung pangarap ko, sasaksak ko sa iyo. Hindi ganon. We attract. Pangarap mo rin yun. Tara, sama tayo. Pulso natin ito. So, high trust organization, when there's high trust, there's high execution. You are sure that things are getting done. Because again, you share the same DNA, you share the same vision. Last but not least, because you are high execution, Automatic na yan. High performance na yan. Diba? So there, those are the three. High trust, high execution, and high performance. I wrote about this in my last Monday as an introduction. You can read it again. Now, let's get practical. Ito na, gusto kong spend yung remaining 10 minutes ko. Okay, let's get practical. How do you establish your org DNA? The first thing that you need to do is look at the sign-up link and sign up. No, seriously. Please pakilagay sign up. Please join. Kasi hindi to kaya ng isang POS or ng dalawa or ng tatlo. Tanungin nyo na lang si Jobs at saka si Felix na umattend. 4 na linggo namin ginawa ito. As the client partners that we're engaged with, until now, we're still re-establishing the DNA. Diba? So it's very important na it's a workshop, and we just want to do it so you have a better understanding of what we're talking about, every principles of scaling. Sinasabi ko nga, vitamins ang principle of scaling, hindi ito karne. Okay, it's something that amplifies you, but it's not really something that will set you up, right? So join us there. Ayan, sign up sa ating link. But this is an overview. Okay, this is an overview of how to establish this. So if you're going to sign up on the workshop, bibigyan ko kayo ng pre-work. Okay, the first one is identify your perfect customer. Because an organization exists for the customer. If hindi tayo nagbibigay ng value sa customer, kung hindi ako nagbibigay ng value sa inyo, bali walang pupunta rito. Wala tayong 35,000 kanina at wala tayong 10 dito sa Zoom. Right? So there has to be an identification of your perfect customer. Now, we're not gonna say ignore the others. Okay, don't ignore the others. But just identify, sino bang perfect customer ko? Para malaman mo yung perfect customer mo, there is a tool na ginagamit natin dyan. So this is what I provide to the people who work with me. We identify yung, ano ba to? Ano ba? Business to business ba tayo? Business to customer? Okay, and then yung category, there are 3 types, category characteristics. Later, maintindihan nyo bakit natin ginagawa to. The first one is size. For example, ako, business to business ako, the question there is size. Does size matter? Malaking company or maliit? Does it matter on my you ask yourself, sino bang perfect customer ko? Okay, does size matter? Ilang bang manpower ang kinakailangan para masabi kong perfect siya? For me, so 2 to 10, that's a perfect customer for me. Beyond that, pwede na, pero hindi yun ang perfect customer ko. Ayoko ng 100 plus companies. Kasi ang bagal, galing na ako ron, hindi ko na kaya. Okay, so that's not the perfect. I will entertain for sure, but ang perfect ko is 2 onwards. Okay, 2 to 10. Next is stage. Asan na ba sila? Are they a freelance? Are they a startup? Are they family business, SME, or MNC? Or non-issue, meaning it doesn't matter. Okay, it doesn't matter. So for me, hindi ako pang MNC, ayoko ng MNC, ayoko ng SME. I'm from a freelance startup to small, mga 20 people. Yan. Yun ang perfect customer ko. Again, I'm not gonna ignore the others. But if you're gonna ask me, sino bang perfect ko? Ito. Okay. Sector, ano bang industry? Pang edtech lang ba ako? Pang finance? Pang tawag dito, pang e-com? Whatever industry. So what I'm just gonna send you this. But my point is, you have to identify sino ba? Ano bang category ko? And last is sales. Diba? Kasi we realize nga na maybe ganitong amount hindi pa tayo kaya, and so on and so forth. Or yung mga ganitong amount nasa 10 million, yan yung mga perfect customer, and so on and so forth. So you have to identify who your perfect customer is. And then next is having a characteristic. Sino-sino ba to? Lagyan natin ng label. These are people who, and so on and so forth. Ang tawag dito sa marketing is brand persona. Okay, you want to create a persona of your customer. So identify your perfect customer. We'll talk about this probably in the future, but at least may overview kayo. Okay? So next, after identifying, eto na. Eto na yung pinag-usapan namin sa scalable revenue. I still have 10 minutes. So kaya pa? Please type, kaya pa. Ginusto nyo to, MBA on steroids to para alam natin. Yan. So ginamit ko si Comizen dito. After identifying your perfect customer and having a description, ask their priority. Ano ba ang pang-ano nila? Ano ba ang gusto nilang mangyari? What are they trying to accomplish? And then from there, understand the pain point. So kung ito yung gusto nilang ma-accomplish, ano yung humahadlang? Diba? Ano yung humahadlang? Ba't hindi nila na ano? Ano yung pain point nila? Ano yung sumasagabal para ma-accomplish nila yung gusto nilang mangyari? And then that will be your pivotal contribution. We address that and then you turn it into a scalable revenue. So quickly walk through tayo. Okay, so for example, case study natin si Comizen, ang perfect customer are those who are timid. And anong definition ng timid? People who lack self-confidence. So ano ba ang priority ng mga perfect customer ni Comizen? Sabi niya, ang priority ko, they want to live a more confident life. Yun ang gusto mangyari ng perfect customer ko. Now, ano yung pain point ng mga perfect customer? Ang pain point na kasi nila, they feel insecure. Nang pinagmumulan nito, they were bullied and they were victimized by their environment. That's why they don't feel confident. So ngayon, ano ngayon ang pivotal contribution or yung purpose statement ni Comizen? Si Comizen, okay, dahil yan ang pain point ng ating perfect customer, ang gagawin natin, we bring out confidence through our best value product, Comi. Ayan, may isa pang plug, sorry. Pumasok na sa isip ko. Ayan, we bring out confidence. So, we're not in the hair growing business or the jewelry business. We're in the bringing out of confidence business. At maraming paraan yan. We talk about this. It's what you call brand elasticity. Diba? You can now, because you have a elastic brand, you can venture into different companies or different products and services. And then the next one is, ano yung scalable? How do you make it scalable? How do you turn this into something that you can repeatedly do over and over time? So ito yung na-figure out natin, execute, Comi, distributorship. Kaya pa? Please type kaya pa if you're still with me, and I will close in about 5 minutes. Yan. If you want to learn more, just join the circles, have this conversation. Yan. Kaya pa, sabi ni Darwin ng Eskasi. Yan. Nosebleed. Ginusto nyo to eh. Oy, Terry Galesia, hello. Ayan. Nico Pablo, good morning sa inyo. Okay, so second is improve the life of your perfect customer. First, identify, sino ba ang perfect customer natin? And the next, improve. Listen, our customers don't care about you, don't care about me. You don't care about me. My client partners, they don't care about me. What they care about is themselves. And they believe that I can help them accomplish what their priority is. That's why they're working together. It goes the same with you. In your company, your customers don't care about you. They care about you kasi ang thinking nila, matutulungan mo sila. Kaya sila nakikipag-usap sa atin. So yun ang next, improve their lives. Help your perfect customer succeed. We're going to help them. Don't sell products or sell services. Help them succeed. Yes, sabi ni John Maxwell, na kinote ni Eman, people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. So help them succeed. And last but not the least, inject the DNA to your organization. Once you have a perfect customer, once you know ano yung tutulong natin sa ating perfect customer, how we can help them succeed, inject natin yun on a regular basis. That's how you create a shared DNA, right? So that's the magic triangle. Create AAA continuously, the magic triangle. Identify your perfect customer. Next is improve the life of your perfect customer and inject that DNA to your organization. Make sure every week aligned. Sino bang customer natin? Ano bang pain point nila? Ano ba yung ginagawa natin para ma-address yung pain point na yun? Not problem ha. Problem is like something you can tolerate. Pain point is, hindi na ako, sobrang ayoko na nito. Okay? And once we do that, we become an organization or a company our customers cannot live without. Please type yes, I sa ating chat box if you are still with me, because I will now close. Ayan, closing statement na tayo. Kung gusto niyo ng ganito, sayang, di ko yung mga whiteboard session eh. Partida, wala pa akong whiteboard, di ba? Yan ang gusto natin. Okay, so in closing, our series for this month is all about being methodical. We manifest an insatiable drive to be better. We want to get better, 1% better every day. Yan ang who we are in this culture, sa ecosystem. That's our core values. And while I was doing this, one client partner of mine, nag-message sa akin out of the blue. Right? Share niya lang daw. Ito yung sinabi niya. Excuse me. Sabi niya rito, alam mo, sir, share ko lang. World-class talagang facts, which is the firm I'm working with. Haha, nag-fangirling ako. I never got that. So, ano yung fangirling? Because I don't know. Yung pala, meron siyang fina-follow na isang CEO na she's a fan. So sabi niya, nag-post kasi yung isang nag-enroll siya sa Harvard. And then, interesado siya sa content. Ito nag-send ito. Interesado ako sa content. Naghahanap ako mazuzumpik sa class niya. Haha. So, I don't know kung sino yung, I really don't know kung sino sinabi niyang, So, I asked, sino to? Yan. Anyway, ito yung picture. Yan. So, ito yung curriculum ng Harvard. Right? Nakalagay dyan, name, background, what is their background, demographics, name, age, identifiers, is there a quote or a phrase, are they formal or casual, brand relevance, what problem do you solve for them? My point is, yung content ng Harvard, yan ang pinag-uusapan natin dito sa CEOInsight Asia. You don't need to go to Harvard. Yan yung content natin. And I didn't, yan yung mga binabasa natin. So that's what you get here at CEOInsight Asia. Harvard caliber tayo. Okay? So maximize natin ito. See? Now, hindi ito bago. When this person sent me this, I remember when I was at Playbear, I started doing the management class. Tapos si Paulo Hilario, minessage siya ko, sabi ko, parang pakisan niya yung picture. When he was doing the management class, sabi niya, when he went to Harvard then for executive education. Sabi niya, he took a picture. Sabi niya, itong ginagawa natin, we were reading Good to Great as a management class. Sabi niya, ito yung requirement sa amin, reading requirement namin sa Harvard. Good to Great, The Advantage, Leadership class ni Simon Sinek, 0 to 1 Peter Thiel, yan yung binabanggit ko. Creativity Inc., that Ed Catmull, the CEO of Pixar, Give and Take, Adam Grant, Thinking Fast and Slow, Dale Kahneman. Sabi niya, para yung mga pinapabasa mo sa amin, yan yung reading requirement namin sa Harvard. Harvard, ayan, Harvard. So here's my point, all right? Here's my point. In this ecosystem, world-class ang content natin dito. Yun ang gusto kong sabihin. That's why, nung CEO Summit, we invited the best of the best in the ecom. We have Kim Lato, Paco Magsaysay, si Linyi of Chevrolet, diba? Si Tax, si Beppo, si BK. Because we want to infuse to all the people in our ecosystem, to all the CEOs in our ecosystem, the DNA, world-class DNA. Yes, right. So, sorry, mag-extend ako ng konti-konti lang. Right? And that's the ecosystem we're building here. We invite you, help us make this a great ecosystem. So, here's the idea. Hindi lang 5, no? These are the CEOs in the ecosystem of CEOInsight Asia. We inject world-class DNA in the CEOs. And those CEOs, you bring that world-class standard to each of your company and you make them better. You improve your company because you get world-class injection of learnings dito sa CEOInsight Asia, and then you bring it out. That's how you change the world. How you impact your community. And last Saturday, nagugunaw na ang mundo, hindi ko alam. Dahil kukun kami sa tawag dito sa Novotel. But once we got wind of it, we raised money. We talked to the CEOs. I think 30 plus CEOs participated, and we donated to those people who are affected by Paeng. Because here's my closing quote. Okay? If we want our businesses to be used for the greater good, we need more great CEOs who build great enterprises. You want to impact your community, you have to be profitable. For you to be profitable, you need to have an ecosystem where you get world-class injection of ideas and principles that you can immediately apply in your day-to-day operations. So with that, thank you so much. I'm glad I'm back. Love, take it away.
Ayan, we need more great CEOs to build great businesses. Matinding usapan na naman. Okay!
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sir Fa. And this time, of course, we are going to hear insights from our Insight contributor na walang nag-volunteer. So, magvo-volunteer ako. Tatawag ko lang ako. Ako yung host nyo eh. So, ako magde-decide. Okay. Dito sa Zoom, pwede ba nating marinig ang insights ni... Sino ba? Okay. Sir Eman. Pwede ba?
Ayan! Si Eman. Sige, Eman. Fire!
Napaka-powerful talaga eh. Ayun sir, maganda yon yung sinabi nyo, yung diniscuss nyo na yung may chasm. Oo nga naman eh, kasi may vision nga naman tayo, tapos nandun tayo sa left side. So may 3 ways tayo para parang yun yung tatlong tulay eh, na tawag dito, tatawirin natin eh. So mamimili na lang tayo. Ano ba talaga, command ba talaga, compensation, or DNA na lang, di ba? So yun, magandang yun kasi kung yung tao natin same ng vision sa atin, 'di ba? Hindi na kailangang i-motivate pa sila. Motivate pa sila every day kasi motivated na sila eh. Ang kailangan mo na lang gawin is wag silang i-demotivate.
Yes.
Kasi pareho tayo ng vision eh. So yun lang, sir pa.
All right. Thank you, Eman. Power.
Thank you so much po, Sir Eman. Tama. Hindi na kailangan motivate. Okay? Execute na. Gawa na ng mga dapat gawin. Kasi motivated na sila. Yon. Thank you so much po, Sir Eman. And once again, thank you so much po, Sir Fa. Thank you also to our live viewers and to the people here in Zoom for watching and joining our Principles of Scaling today. We are excited for our write-up and our circle meetings next week. Okay, so there you have it, everybody. Thank you once again. And if you want to be a host, an operator, even director of our POS, please feel free to message your circle multiplier para you can join us in our team in managing or facilitating our POS. And that's it for today. We are going to see you again next Friday for another POS. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye, Asia. Goodbye, CEO.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.